stuff while I'm not streaming, and kind of like see like what it's like and stuff, because I didn't really have, like, I played like 3 days of 41 last Christmas to um last Christmas to New Year's. So I really didn't get a chance to like really play it much. And yeah, this is I've been playing for about a year now, but I've only been playing for like 4 hours a week, like once a week and stuff, so I haven't got a lot of experience and stuff. One step in person. Go to the malls and real mess. Nah. I'm I'm definitely not gonna hit up any of the malls. I drove past a couple and they were bad. Like, they were super populated. I'm playing on Builder, and where I am on the map does not really have a lot of zombies. And I also keep forgetting that we've got electricity at the moment, so that's a thing. I keep forgetting to sit down for like shows and crap. But I'll get there. I remember. The water's already off in game. I got to just um after winter, my last game. So I got kind of far. I got my first person to over a month alive, which was nice. You know. I still played a bunch of this too. But honestly, awful. 18 lives is not a lot. I'm sure I died more than that my first week. Well, I tried Builder, and then I tried whatever the one up from that was. I think it was like Survivor or something like that, or Survival or something. And immediately it was too much because I was learning how to play the game, because I actually hated Project Zomboid before I started playing it. And so I wasn't like the biggest fan, but I also knew like jack bugger all about it because I hadn't been in the sphere of like people that, are constantly like keeping up with it and stuff. So yeah, I was finally up to the point where I was kind of enjoying playing and stuff, and I was able to keep my person alive for a month in game and stuff, and it was good. I was kind of getting in the rhythm and enjoying it and stuff. So kind of sucked when they vetoed my save, but I can deal with it. Why did you hate it? So the top down aspect of this, I didn't think was going to be scary for fighting zombies. It didn't interest me. There was a lot of other like a long list of shit as well, but for the most part, like I played 7 Days to Die, and I liked the fact that I found it scary because like zombies would just appear, like they'd be in your face and you wouldn't get a moment's notice. Like you'd be just like, oh shit, they're there, kind of thing. Whereas in Project Zomboid, it's very removed from that. I also didn't like the fact that when you die, you leave a corpse walking around the world, but then you respawn as somebody else. I didn't enjoy the concept of that to begin with. I kind of felt that it broke the immersion of, surviving and stuff. That's why I was kind of like, the people that were doing like the one life, like the hardcore games where you die and you lose the world, I liked that. And initially I was like, oh, maybe I could play on that. But I very quickly got humbled by like even just builder mode. And I think I had like the first 3 people, I don't think I really went outside much. And then when I did, I would just die so quickly. It took me about the 5th life before I could actually like properly fight a zombie and shit. So it took me a while. But every time I took a break, because I only streamed it like once a week, I only played it once a week. So when I'd take a week off or whatever, I'd come back and I couldn't fight the zombies. I couldn't get this down. It also took me too long to realize that this can be past an object to hit them, as opposed to needing to be on it. So when I was close range to things, I was trying to hit them because they're in my face, and my person would spin and I'd die. So that happened a fair bit. But yeah, it took me a bit. I did appreciate the fact that Project Zomboid had kind of some aspects to it, like not so much stuff going like rotten and stuff like that, but there was some common sense to some of it, and I appreciated that. It is something that like I liked. I might still put one of these containers in here. I just went and installed some containers for my house, and I'm just kind of like putting some around the place. I had this building once before last time, but not quite in the same appearance. And I'm just deciding if I want to put stuff in a slightly different spot or not, you know. Also, any of the people that raided in and stuff, if you need to go rest or get food and stuff, it's totally okay. I'm still here for like, I don't know, another half an hour or so tonight. So I'll be around and stuff. But yeah, I found a generator and shit. So I'm going to go take that downtown and put that at the, what do you call it? The fuel station. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I'm still randomizing my character's stats and stuff. So when I make a new person, her appearance is a predefined thing. I've got that pre-saved, right? But her traits, I do full random. So I don't get to choose her traits or her job or whatever. As long as it comes up 0, I get to take it. And I do try to get ones that I haven't done for like a while so that, you know, it kind of keeps it a bit fresher sort of thing. I do still need to put a box over here, but I've got to move the stuff off the ground too. But yeah, it's because of that, like I've had like at least a few situations where I get like a terrible person or like I get a really good one or something, you know, like I had, what do you call it? I had a hard of hearing person for a long time that had high thirst, and I thought that she was going to be awful and die really quickly, but like she was actually really great. The problem was I didn't know that cars were idling and that you had to turn them off, so I ended up wasting 7 cars worth of fuel. And I only found out because my person died, and my new person was sitting inside the house at the kitchen and was like, what the fuck's that noise? You know, and it occurred to me that, oh, the cars are still running, you know. So yeah, kind of once I learnt that, I had a chance to actually like turn them off and do something about it and stuff. But now I've got like a whole new life and I can do things differently. Like we've already got like a lot of fuel, like I've got some fuel in here and stuff. I've got my storage containers again already. I haven't disassembled this bed. I'll probably put a fireplace in here and this will be my room in winter. And otherwise I'll just cook and shit in here. And yeah, I'm just bringing some stuff into the house at the moment because I want to go back and get more crates because she's awake. So I might as well go get more crates and shit. So I'm probably going to head to bed actually, but stay looking in your chat. So having us, no worries. Thank you for rating me. And yeah, if you've got to go rest and stuff, by all means, go rest. I appreciate you bringing your community and saying hello and whatnot. Yeah, especially since like I've only got like these 2 streams left this year and stuff. Like I have RimWorld on Monday and then I'm on holidays across Christmas and New Year's and stuff. So that'd be nice. I'm not going anywhere or anything, but it will be kind of just nice to rest. And like I said, I'll probably play a little bit of multiplayer Zomboid privately. And yeah, fuck knows what else. I think I was supposed to like work on rigging my avatar and stuff, but I'll see if I want to do that or if I'd prefer to just rest. Because yeah, I've taken a lot of holidays this year, but I don't generally take many holidays. And because I didn't take a lot of holidays, I kind of like, you know, kind of overtaxed myself earlier in the year and I got really sick and shit. So yeah, I'm trying not to do that at the moment. I'm trying to like rest when I have time for resting and stuff, you know. Getting bit from the mist swing is so annoying. The annoying part is when you're facing this way and they get on top of you and your person turns around and they like bite you in the neck or the shoulder or something. That was so hard for like the first, like I said, like the first 5 lives it was just brutal and stuff. I also somehow have like acquired like a bunch of wallets. And I'm not really even sure how that's happened, but I need to get rid of them. Okay, the car boot is empty. Let me get the generator out of the car. I also, like, literally just tonight learnt how to, like, open doors and shit, so that's been fun. I don't actually want to take this out, but I do have to bring back more stuff, so close that. I will just put it down for the moment. Because there's another generator and another bunch of boxes I'm going to go get. And I don't know if I want to put... I don't think I need to have 2 generators going, but we still have electricity for a little bit longer, and if it gives me time, I'll use the electricity in the pumps to fill the generator. And then I'll have the generator there. Plus, I can always take the feed back up to the chickens. So there is that. And like I said, I might, if I go into town, please somebody remind me to collect the turkeys and I'll take them up to the chickens. The worst case scenario is they're going to fight each other and I'm going to come back to a bunch of dead birds. Right? I'm seeing that as like the worst case scenario. Now, last time I was here, last time I had one of these spots, they had a fuck ton of paint in it. But, hold on, there was a windshield. Oh, sick, we got a free windshield. Well, that's nice. I'd rather have that than last time I had a fuck ton of paint, which is completely useless. I never ended up painting anything. I actually got to a point where I'm like, oh, I'm going to dabble in painting my house soon. Yeah, that never happened. Once you get the generator connected, you won't need the wood stove. Well, the thing was, like, I had a generator for my house in the past, but the problem was that when the generator update happened, my 2 generators disappeared and I never had them connected to the house, right? But when... Can you put that in the car? She doesn't seem to be able to put it in the car. That's okay. We'll put it in the passenger seat. But yeah, I never got to a point where I learnt how to set them up at the petrol station, which I'd still like to kind of figure that shit out myself. But at least this time I've got them. And hopefully they won't disappear. But I also can leave one at home and I can leave one in town if I need to. I do get the feeling that I'm supposed to empty out their fuel if I want to pick them up though. That's kind of the feeling I get with that. But yeah, I had a couple of generators. I did end up powering the house at one point, but I never really powered it for long because like I said, it appeared to me, I'm doing like finger bracket thingies, right? But it appeared to me that they used up fuel really quickly. And what it was my cars were chewing through fuel really quickly. So this time round, I only have one car at this point in time. I do want a second one. And I have several cans of fuel, thankfully, because, you know, we got in there while the fuel was pumping. And I have a full car of fuel as well. So things are a little bit different this time. Mind you, if I get my... Okay, random creature going off. If I get my hands on that good-looking taxi in town, I'm going to steal that taxi, right? I might even... If I could get some kind of level of hot wiring skills, I would love to grab just a generic-ass car and just drive around town in reverse and mow down like some zombies and shit. But yeah, that hut was so useful for this. I'm just gonna pull up as close to the door as I can. There we go. So we still got a lot of fuel in this. I actually want the yellow generator for home, but I've got a couple of crates. So we've got the one crate. We put one crate in here. I don't think I can fit one in the corner. I've put one here like we had before. We used to have 4 in this corner. If I remove that and maybe put that somewhere else, I could probably make more space. I never put one down this corner. I ended up moving. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move that chair over to there as well. I do want to move those 2, but for the moment I've got to put the boxes down. Okay. So I'm just going to put a bunch of crates in like the middle of the room and I'll shuffle them where I want them to be later. I've got the 4 in the room. I want to take the door off that, which I can do. I still want to leave the door on this room. And I do want to put a crate, if I can, underneath this so I can fit more books in here. I used to have a crate in front of the door and I wouldn't mind picking up that and moving it. But if I could take this, I don't know if I've got you on. Yeah. Okay, pick up that if you can. Yeah, pick up the chair because I want to move it into here because then we'll have a warm room, hopefully, for winter. I'm trying to do the best I can to prepare... Hey! Wrong button. I might actually put this down this way, maybe. I don't know. It kind of looks good like that. I could even turn this into a 1-bedroom space. I didn't realize that I could just place it down without changing that. That's cool. Yeah, I might end up maybe taking out half of this bed to give us a little bit more space. I could then move that over and I could get a crate or 2 crates in front of the window. That would also be really useful as well. I do have a question about the curtains and the crates. If you have a curtain or even a barricade on the front and the inside of the window, and you try to put a crate too high in front of said window, does that prevent that or not? Because I haven't tried to do anything with that. But yeah, this gets this stupid chair out of the way, which means I can read in here. If I need to turn it around, I can turn it around later. I'll bring the stove upstairs soon, but I do want to get the generator into town. I'll leave that open for a second. Not that I'm, like, concerned about zombies, but, like, I still don't appreciate that she yelled. I've also got other car stuff in that room, so... And I've got the generator on the seat. I want to take the blue one into town because I'll see it, and I like the yellow one, just looks nicer, so I want to keep that. So I'll go tuck that out the back of the house, probably. Where can I put windshield? I don't think it's going to fit on here. Oh no, it will. Okay, so that one's at max capacity, but this one is not. Sweet. Well, we got a windshield. I have an iron piece which can just go on the ground somewhere. I want to take the stuff out of that. Let's go put this with said pile because I don't have a spot for it yet. I need to place item. There we go. Yeah, I'll move these around later. I'm not too worried about this at the moment. I want to move some shit. I did like moving those out of that corner. I would like to put 2 boxes for medical in that corner. That's not how I wanted that configuration. I would like 2 boxes for medical this time. I'd like a box up in this corner if I could. That has like all the backpacks and shit. Like I've got ideas, you know. Barricade is on the outside. You should be fine stacking the crates. Okay, yeah, I kind of thought on the outside it should be fine. I just didn't know if the inside was going to be a problem. I assume it is. Alright, somebody's dying. Let me get the generator out. That's such a nice looking generator. I don't know why. I guess it's just like a goldishy color. I'll leave that open for a second because I want to put the other one in the car. And I'll give her some food before we head out. How's her weight going? 81. She is gaining weight. So, oh, what do you know? Anyway, I'd like to be able to place this, you know? I used to have the option to place the generator. Place the generator there. That'll do. Rightio then. Let's go clubbing. Hey zombies. I wasn't expecting you guys, but I guess you did come in for the helicopter. I'd prefer both of you to just... Well, I wasn't expecting a hit like that. There we go. That got rid of one of yours. Yeah, there we go. Fall over, mate. Nope, not the groin. Okay. I was going to say not the groin, but apparently it is super effective. Let's grab you. I think I can... What is it? E? You're supposed to be able to pick them up with, I think it said E. No, it's definitely not E. Must be a different button. The game said when I started that there was a button that you could use to pick up and hold corpses. I don't super want them out the back because one day I might want to terraform this into a garden. So I'm just going to drag this around the front and across the road. I know she's going to get super exhausted doing it, but it does keep this back area cleaner and stuff. And then, like I said, I'll have to put the other generator into the car. I'll also have to fill the one out the back before I go into town. That way I've got like an emptier gas can. I keep forgetting what the fuck they're called, eh? I might walk through the house and feed her in the process, actually. I've only really got the one zombie over here. She's only taking minor damage. She's okay. But yeah, this is kind of my corpse spot. I used to have it on the corner here, but the radius of like the stink seems to be worse now. And like if I wanted to, I could have put them in that pile of flowers. Hold on. Let's do a nice thing and put them in the pile of flowers. I think I've got 2 corpses here. And that way it looks like you know how like when you bury a body or whatever, it's supposed to grow like more flowers and stuff because of the nitrogen richness in the soil or whatever? How do I drop you now? Hold on. Okay, space. Okay, maybe it's space. Hold on, I doubt it, but no. I do have 2 corpses here. Grab the corpse. I know you're exhausted. Yeah, this will look a bit nicer. I haven't exactly like gotten to the point of burning them, and after my experience with the campfire, I have no real desire to play with the burning of them. But if I hide them in that, nobody can see them. There we go. I also have a question about the maggots, because obviously you can eat various bugs. Can you cook them? And does that make it better? I assume that, like, oh, I don't know if you're going to fall in there properly. I assume that it doesn't necessarily, like, fix their unhappiness about it. But I had wondered if cooking them made it, like, safer to eat, you know? And I need you to, like, walk up a little bit and then sideways. There you go. There we go. Nicely piled. Okay, well, you're rightly exhausted and there's still one more zombie out the back, but that looks nice. That looks canonical. Anyway, let me grab this generator and put it in the car since the door's open. Yeah, grab that. Can you move a generator that's full of fuel? Hey, Keelan, I see you wagging your tail. What are you doing? Oh, that's right. It's in here. I keep not knowing where they are. All right, let's chuck it in the car. Put it in the seat. I don't know why it doesn't let me put it in the boot, but this is fine. The door's now closed. She's rightly exhausted. She's hungry. She's thirsty. I'm going to pick up that last corpse and drag it around the front. I don't know if I'm going to ever do anything with this, like, table setting. I might put that in the front eventually, and maybe we can use it as, like a workbench, an outdoor workbench or something like that, you know? We'll get to it. We've got stuff to do in town first. I want to get that generator in the city, and I obviously want to move my crates around a little bit better, but this is fine for the moment. Yes. I forgot my question. Oh, that's right. Can I move it with fuel? Okay, so I can. Neat. So what I might do is I might end up putting some barricades on this place too, because I have got nails and stuff. And like I said, I want to go to town. I want to put the generator with the fuel pump. And I want to grab the turkeys from town and I want to take them up to the chickens with the animal feed. Yeah. And then I guess we'll check on them in like a month or whatever. See how that's going for them. Like I said, worst case scenario is I just come back to a cluster of dead birds and it's like, okay, can't do that. I don't know if I should probably check these animal zone things, designated zones. Maybe I have to maybe set it that it's got to have both animals in it, or maybe not. We'll find out, I guess. You're kind of sticking out, love. Yeah, let's grab you. Gotta pull you a little bit further into here. I love that, like, it doesn't, like, move where I want it to be. It's close enough. She's close enough in the pile. That's fine. Just hide the evidence over there. It looks so much worse in the flowers, I feel like. When it was just standalone, it was so not the problem. Alright. So I have a spare gas can here. Somewhere. Give me that. I know she's exhausted. I have a lot of empty bottles. I don't want to have all of my empty bottles on me. I want to only fill up one. I've got a can opener. I've got some band-aids. I've got a lighter. I've got the car thingies. I do want to go put fuel in the generator out the back. And possibly... I thought about doing the one out the front, but then... like, I can fill it up at the gas can... at the petrol pump anyway. She is also... I should have walked through that. She is also pretty exhausted. Let's see if we can find some food. How do you feel about half a thing of olive oil, love? Probably reasonable. Like, it's not going to suffice, but I could also drink one of these cups of water. Maybe. She could drink the kettle of water. It's not going to... like, I don't know if she's going to automatically drink from it, but I could transfer it. I could transfer the liquid. She's not going to automatically drink from it. And... oh, it's got auto drink on it. Hold on, she did do the drinking. Nice. Okay. Well, that's fine. She had some water from that, and I can fill up my... I can fill up my drink bottle in town at the fuel place then, if that's the case. But I do have to find something more than that to eat. The fuel place would have food, though. So that is an option. Add fuel. Yes. I don't know if I've got a hose on me, actually. Apparently you don't need a hose. Yeah. I do need to make sure I have a hose for this journey, though. I don't know how much it requires to fill up. I haven't particularly dabbled. Okay, it's 100% fuel, and this still has some fuel in it. I don't know, it's empty. Alright, well, look, our home generator's got fuel, and that means that I could potentially run a fridge. And I have a lot of excess fuel, and if I go connect the thing in town... What am I looking for in here? There's water there. It's not a lot of water, though. It's a 2 litre, that's what the problem is. Okay, so I've got some water in that. I guess I could fill up like a couple of 2 litres in town, but I'm sure that there's plenty of like containers of water and shit. Now, ignoring that, there's food. I'm looking for food. No, wait, hold on. I know what I'm doing. I'm supposed to be going into town. I'm supposed to be stealing a couple little chickens. I've got my thing in the car. Alright, we've got direction. Hold on, let me out. Alright. We're going to go steal a couple of turkeys. Hopefully she calms down driving from being exhausted. She's still ridiculously tired, which is not great, but it's like the middle of the day, so we can't be going to sleep at this time. And we're going to go put a generator next to a fuel pump, which is going to be a first for me. So that's going to be cool. I also, like I said, I also want to fill up the fuel, but I also want to bring home what food I can from that establishment as well. What's up, Phoenix? Where are you? Hold on. There's zombies, Phoenix. I can't. There you are. Phoenix requires pets. Phoenix is my cat. Come here. Like the chair. Let me just turn the chair around for him so he can get onto it. There you go. Yeah, Phoenix is my cat. You normally won't hear Azula getting around, but you'll normally hear Phoenix. And he's been getting like increasingly vocal as it's coming into like, well, as it's in summer and stuff, because it's warm. So he's much more active and stuff. You can take a nap. Just set the alarm on your watch. Yeah, no, I don't set the alarm on her. Oh, hello. Was that burnt down before? We didn't cook in that building, did we? Interesting. That's interesting to see in town. I haven't seen one just in the city kind of thing. Yeah, no, I haven't done any like set the alarm stuff. I've done it in the past, but then I forget to ooh, trailer. I forget to turn it off, and then what we end up with is I end up with the alarm going off at a inopportune moment where I kind of need silence or something like that, and yeah, it ends up being not necessarily the best thing. I kind of want to just line this up. That's probably not close enough, but it's probably close enough. There are a few zombies around here. So if I don't have to fight you two first, I'm okay with that. I do not know how many zombies are in this area because it's tree lined, but she is also exhausted. So I can hit them. Hey, Tapochi. Welcome in. Fucking awful of names, but welcome in. I'm gonna see if I can stop this guy a little bit. I also need to find new shoes for her too. It's gonna take a while, she's pretty tired. Mate, I didn't see you get up yet. I kind of want to face this way because I can't see what's in the tree line, but... Oh, you got stuff. That's in the trailer. Hold on. Well, he's got like a sweater and stuff, but if I can take a trailer... Yeah, I'll take a trailer. Free trailer. I don't know where these two went. Oh no, they're still over there. Neat. Well, let's detach you. I want to also have a look at this car. I don't know why you're following me down the road, love. I gotta feel like maybe my muffler is being really loud or something on my car. I might have just enough time to get this connected. Hopefully this doesn't cause my car to go flying and hit me or something. I've seen that. Okay, these two are apparently connected. I kind of got to kill you. I feel like the other two kind of walked off. So, okay. If they walked off, good. I don't have to deal with them just yet. My car noises might attract them back. Maybe. Oh my god, love. It's always interesting. Like, I know that it's because she's ridiculously tired, but like, they seem like they're such squishy zombies, you know? There we go. What's up, Phoenix? Is that so? Alright then. Alright. Sorry, Phoenix is telling me about stuff. He's decided to take the chair beside me after all. Plus he's getting some pats too. So if I could just move this car off the road, because I don't have to go too far with it. And there's kind of like a good-ish spot just here. Oh, that's